Almost scammed in a housing fraud, a single mother gets house lot. Man shot execution style. Local mill admonishes Guyanese to cook with oil and gas in mind. In the region, death and destruction stalks Bahamas in wake of Hurricane Dorian, and internationally, hero or dictator, Zimbabweans react to Mugabe's death. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Yesterday, a semi-automatic pistol was found in the possession of a 25-year-old male of St. Ignatius Village in central Rupununi. The man also had a matching magazine and 8.32 live rounds. He is in police custody following his arrest. The arrest was made yesterday around 2 p.m. at Meerzorgen Public Road, West Bank, Demerara. The suspect was in a motorcar when he was intercepted by a police anti-crime unit patrol. Bakers, caterers, and cooks advise honing their skills with oil and gas in mind. Wendell Jeffrey reports.
More than just flour. I like that because the Melco could have very well just produced the flour, sell it like happened in Guyana for decades in the past.
Jerry Gavaya was speaking today at the National Milk Company Namilco's Baking Seminar. The event was held at the Marriott. Gavaya, who is currently chairman of the Private Sector Commission, was the featured speaker for today. He made some comparisons between Guyana as a budding oil-producing nation and other established oil-producing countries. He admonished the Guyanese in the audience to step up their local content production.
We could talk local content forever. But if we don't upgrade our certification, upgrade our standards, we are going to be overrun, rightly so.
This is the milling company's 50th year of operations in Guyana. Rupnarayan Sukai, managing director of the mill, said that they do not only sell flour. He spoke of the need for the attendees to position themselves for the future as business people in an oil-producing nation.
When we sell you a bag of flour, we do not sell you just the product. We sell you the guarantee of that product and the service and technical help if needed. This seminar is being held at a time when exciting things are starting to happen in Guyana. You will need to re-engineer your business. It will need a complete change in the way you carry on your trade.
As he summed up the feature address, Gavaya noted that food can play a major role in Guyana's tourism development.
You are so important to the tourism industry. We could have the best waterfalls, we could have the best resorts, but if we don't empower and upgrade the work that you do, we are going to be left behind.
The seminar was attended by the mill's customers, bakers, caterers, and friends of the company. A specialist baker was on hand to make treats that were sampled by those in attendance. The 7-hour seminar is a bi-yearly event which highlights the products and services of the National Milling Company. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Coming up after the break, single mother gets house out after avoiding scam, and village thief shot execution style in Berbice.
Simply different.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile. Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. On Thursday, the body of a 45-year-old man was discovered with a suspected bullet wound at the back of his head on a dam aback Narstagide village, West Coast Berbice. The body of Suraj Sugdeo of neighboring Number 11 village was discovered around 7:30 a.m. yesterday. He was last seen by relatives around 6 p.m. on Wednesday. It is alleged by residents in the area that Sugdeo was a well-known thief. 4 persons from the area have been taken into police custody for questioning. At first, she thought that the First Lady was speaking with her. She was heartbroken to find out it was not. Esther Sobers tells us more.
In the height of the cuss up, I said, Mrs. Sandra Granger, how come Miss President Granger cussing like that? She said, when Granger, sorry to laugh. She said, when Granger put on something and he can't find it, so Granger just cuss and go on. He's a human thing, anybody.
A year ago, Headline News interviewed Marcia Cooley, a single mother of 2 who was almost scammed into a house lot fraud by someone impersonating the First Lady, Sandra Granger. Cooley thought her prayers were answered when she received the call of gaining a house lot, but was later devastated after learning that it was all a scam. However, after Cooley's story was aired on Channel 2 Headline News, her dream of owning a house lot became a reality.
Concerning that scam incident that happened, I really thought that I was, getting through the person that was trying to impersonate the First Lady. But nevertheless, when they think it's something bad, it ends up turning out to be a good, right? And eventually with the story, my story has been heard and it go to the Ministry of Housing, and eventually I get a call and because it's 10 years since I did apply for my own land. So I get a call and they said, well, Marcy, they see the story and they're really sorry about what happened. The person who trying to impersonate the First Lady, and they assist me in getting my house lot.
Cooley, a resident of Caneville Grove, East Bank, Darara, has received her house lot at Golden Grove Diamond, East Bank, Darara. The elated mother took Headline News to view the land, which she plans to start building her house in a few months.
This is it, and I'm really grateful You could see Marcy Cooley, which this is my initial MK, and the lot is 569. I'm really grateful and thankful because, it's for my kids, and it would, I don't even know how to explain how I'm so overjoyed because of it. And as you could see, I gotta do my thing, weed it down and thing and set up. But for now, I'm really thankful. You understand? Because there's so many people really glad for a house lot, and I want to thank God that I end up getting through because of my story and the incident.
For making her dreams become a reality, Cooley also thanked the Ministry of Housing. Many other persons were not as fortunate as Cooley, as they became victims who have fallen prey to the housing fraud. Several persons have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to those scammers. Not wanting another person to become a victim of these scams, Cooley shared these tips.
You have to focus. You understand me? You got to upon your attention because people just can't call you just and you expect just so. You understand? Telling you about something, you got to see proof. Anything to do with anything, it have ministries. Anybody will calling you or concern any house lot or anything, housing is deal with house lot. Don't let people call you and make you fully get enough scam and wicked people out there, but they're lucky.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, death and destruction stalks Bahamas in wake of Hurricane Dorian, and hero or dictator, Zimbabweans react to Mugabe's death.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have two options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back, and now for news in the region. The Bahamas Prime Minister Herbert Minnis said his country has been devastated by a historic tragedy in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. At least 30 people are confirmed dead so far, but Health Minister Duan San says he expects the final toll to be significantly higher. Al Jazeera reports.
It's early morning in the Bahamian island of Abaco, and Esther is sifting through what's left of her home. The same house she's lived in for the last 56 years.
Don't worry about the things. We could always get things back. But life. And this hurricane was more than a hurricane. You call it a hurricane, but something else was going on with this.
Down the road at a nearby airstrip, a chaotic scene is playing out.
Everything stops until everyone goes back, so please go back. Please go back.
The first airplanes have arrived to evacuate survivors of Hurricane Dorian. Tiare Newble is here with her children, but there are hundreds of others trying to evacuate, and there simply aren't enough planes.
It's a disaster. A lot of people's lives has passed away. A lot of bodies. It's ridiculous. No homes. There's no shelter, and it's really, really bad here.
Driving down the road toward Marsh Harbor, it becomes clear why so many people are fleeing. This region of the Bahamas was the worst hit by the storm. This is about as bad as hurricane damage gets. As you can see, the scene here in Marsh Harbor is nightmarish. There's debris everywhere. There are boats in front of people's driveways. The floodwaters have not receded yet. And for thousands of residents who have lost their homes here, that nightmare is far from over. For many of the injured and displaced, one of the only places to go is this hospital, the only health facility left standing after the storm.
It's just sad. It is sad. I don't know what to say. This is sad. And it's like the government isn't even checking. They all even tell you, oh, get from here or go there or move there. And they ain't give you no hope for nothing. You know, there's no hope for nothing. They just leave you there, and it's sad. It's flipping sad.
It could be months before life returns to normal on Abaco. Some of those who have managed to evacuate may never return. In the meantime, there are still hundreds of others waiting for their turn to get out. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Marsh Harbor, the Bahamas.
And in international news, announcing Mugabe's death on Friday morning, Zimbabwe's President Emerson Mnangagwa called his predecessor an icon of liberation, a Pan-Africanist who dedicated his life to the emancipation and empowerment of his people. It was a view that was far from universal. France 24 reports.
Few world leaders were as polarizing as Robert Mugabe.
He was a dictator to others, he was a hero to others, so he has done a lot for other people, but other people think he was a bad guy.
The former Zimbabwean president, who died in hospital far away from his homeland, embodied his country's and Africa's independence movements.
Former President Robert Mugabe is a revolutionary icon.
We lost a good father.
But the widely admired freedom fighter went on to become a tyrant who ruled with an iron fist for over 3 decades, crushing any opposition that stood in his way. He's also remembered for controversial policies such as the seizure of white-controlled farmland, which ruined the country's economy.
In some things, he did the things not in a good way, like the land reform program.
He didn't want to give other people a chance. Now we have a huge problem just because he couldn't control his people.
After pushing Zimbabwe to the brink of collapse, Mugabe was ousted by his own military in 2017. Yet his successor, Emerson Mnangagwa, had only praise for the late dictator.
Comrade Mugabe was an icon of liberation, a Pan-Africanist who dedicated his life to the emancipation and empowerment of his people. His contribution to the history of our nation and continent will never be forgotten.
Opposition leader Nelson Chamisa also paid tribute, saying a giant has fallen. He added, though, that the fact that Mugabe died in Singapore rather than in a Zimbabwean hospital was a sad indictment of the country's economic situation.
Here's your 3-day weather forecast. that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.